think are good pieces of red pill advice?
The greatest red pill advice I ever heard Myron say, that, like, he has great stuff, but the life-changing stuff that everyone overlooks, when Myron said you will make less money living with a woman, that is 1000% true. And nobody realizes it, because, like, let's say a millionaire is like, no, I'm making millions. What are you talking about? I have a wife. But he never runs the fantasy if he lived with some Wall Street type cats who are ambitious. If he had some crypto guy roommates, right? For all of human history, the men stayed tribal together, so they're strong. The guys who, if you live with a bitch, bro, you have to live like a king, where she has her own room and you have your own room. She has her own bed. You have your own bed. You have half the castle. She has half the castle. If you're in an apartment with her, she's going to feminize you, make you weak, make you passive. She's going to destroy your life, bro. You need to have serious money. You need to have a big place. You need to have a big friend group that keeps you away from her. And you know what's funny? We men love to melt and simp. Bro, I used to cuddle for 12 hours straight without drugs. Without drugs. And the TV was off. Bro, the TV was off. We weren't even watching TV. We're just arguing for 12 hours. For a year, I did that. You know how much money I could have made?
Romantic.
No, I'm not. Imagine the real romantics. They're doing 10 years. I snapped out of it. Right? Now
so what do you base that statement on, that you will make less money living with a girl?
I just look at the timeline of history, why men since hunter-gatherer societies up until last 50 years or sexual revolution, they've always been separated from the women to maximize the potential of the society. Look at the decay of the West. The decay of the West is happening because they went away from the church from the 1960s.
But married men make more money. Married men make more money, and most married people...
but would they make more if they're around the guys that they're making money with? If they live with
men who get divorced also make more than they did when they were married.
No. If you take out a married guy out of that marriage, let's say he's still in that marriage, but now let's say he's a YouTuber, but now he has to live with Alex, Zherka, Sonny. Yeah, he's gonna make more. What is he going to do? You think he's going to go get ice cream with us? All we're going to do is content and make more money. The problem is we love that comfort. Like Jasmine, I know how great that is, to do that to you. But eventually I'm touched this enough and I go, dude, a year went by and my bottom line dropped by 40% in sales. And I never noticed because I love busting on Jasmine.
But then that wouldn't map onto the fact that married men make more money than these single men who live in these little like things.
Zherka, you're also saying it's just
they're married because they made more money. But how did they make more money? They're around the boys.
Money, their income goes up. Now you're saying, but their income would have gone up more.
Way more.
But you don't have evidence for that, other than your own.
Yeah, but you guys gave me evidence for COVID, and it turned out to be a lie.
I didn't give any evidence for COVID.
Okay, all right. Or how about the evidence of is transgender mental illness?
That has
for all.
I would say yes. That has nothing to do with me.
How about this? In psychology, since the start of psychology, they said being gay is mentally ill. They recently changed it. Do you guys agree that it's mental illness?
I don't think it's mental illness.
Why? I thought you had the evidence. We have 40 years of evidence.
Wait, we're going on such a massive.
Yeah, I don't want to do these. Can we do experience arguments? If we do evidence, bro, you can find evidence. Remember when they said in the 80s, if you eat fats, you'll turn fat. So don't eat bacon and eggs. Switch to sugars like cereal, and everyone became obese from the high carbohydrates. Yeah. Dude, the evidence is skewed. The evidence is a lie.
I understand that there's faulty scientific studies that come out sometimes, but I guess like you mentioned that they all throughout history that they lived with other men. Like at what point in history did married men live with other guys and not their wives? Like
living would be like 12 to 16 hours of their day would be with the boys. That's living.
That's like, to add on to your point, Zherka, like for a normal person, like even just going out, like let's say you have a business and you have an office where you're with the boys all day. Exactly. Like that's healthier than just being around your girl all the time.
Because the psychic,
this is so basic.
Because there's even books on sexual transmutation for young men that they should read these books. The psychic content can either go down, like I'm with Jasmine, and it goes down and I hit that, Or if I'm with the boys, the psychic content goes up. It shoots up.
Content? What is psychic?
Yes,
content?
the libido is psychic content.
Yeah, she also I mean, Zherka, you could add on to this too, but you also respect the guy more when you have less access to him. Like, you're gonna enjoy the time more if he's out all day that you have with him than if he's with you all day.
You should never be together 24/7, even as a married couple. That's not what I'm advocating for. But going and
you're saying 50-50, which is just as bad.
No, I'm not even saying 50-50. What I'm saying is that men who go off and live with other men in these like college dorms are not attractive to grown women that are married.
Really? Whoa. Wall Street guys at the club are the most attractive, and they all live together.
How many Wall Street men live with each other versus live with their wives?
They spend 90% of the day at the office, actually. 90%.
Yeah, that's fine. But my point is that they come home to their children and to their families and to
they live 10% with their kids. 10% is not living. We're talking about breathing air. 90% of the day is with the boys.
Wait, what was the point in history? Can you just clarify this? What was the point in history where married men lived with other dudes?
For all of human history, the point is to keep the male strong.
No, when?
Yeah, but you said we were separating men and women throughout all of human history. When were we separating men and women throughout?
Yeah, it recently stopped. Up until the 1950s, boys would go to school, girls would go to a different school.
No, married people.
Even married couples. Haven't you guys ever seen Twilight Zone, where the man comes home late because 80% of his day is at the office? That's how it's supposed to be.
But that's not living with other boys. You're talking about living with the boys. At what point in history did married men live with other men?
He's saying that if you lived with other men, you would make more money, and I agree.
Okay, but
then Myron's correct.
But there's no point in history when it happened, right?
No, I don't even do it. I want to live with a chick.
Right now, aren't gay couples statistically more successful than straight couples because of the two motherfuckers living together?